folks. Welcome to the Blurred Nerds YouTube channel. I am the Geekfather. I'm your host today, and I'm bringing you some fantastic information. I'm bringing you a review of Invincible.
You being a superhero is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
It's the new Amazon show based off of Robert Kirkman, Cory Walker, and Ryan Ottley's brilliant satire-laden superhero comic of the same name. Now, if you like this video or you like any of our previous videos, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. The more you subscribe, the more it helps us. And the more we show up in recommendations for other people, the more people see this, the more views and likes we get. You know, hey, it gives us a chance to get better for you. Now, on to the review. Now, if Robert Kirkman's name sounds familiar to you, well, it should, because he also created the comic upon which the undead juggernaut show, The Walking Dead, is based.
Man, you watch your ass.
I say that as a pun because that show seemed like it was undead and it would never stop, like zombies. Thankfully, they're going to put it out of its misery after season 11 because, well, how many stories about people in the zombie apocalypse can you really tell? Now, in my opinion, Invincible is far better than AMC's Walking Dead, but I'm biased towards superhero stuff. Now, the titular character's alter ego is Mark Grayson. He is the son of a beloved Superman analog-type character known as Omni-Man, a.k.a. Nolan Grayson. A man from another planet like Superman. He is known as what they call in this universe's canon, a Viltrumite from the planet Viltrum, a benevolent planet that is based on helping out other cultures and races and societies upon expanding their knowledge of technology and medicine and curing diseases and just being all around good guys. Or are they?
Oh no.
We are not sure, but we're led to believe that they are. Now, Nolan is married to Debbie Grayson. She's a realtor who has a keen sense of things, but she's not quite sure they are what they seem. Now, of course, Nolan, aka Omni-Man, like Superman, has the typical super strength, speed, endurance, and near invulnerability that you'd expect out of a Superman-type character. Now, he doesn't have laser beams coming out of his eyes or super hearing or, super breath, which is nice because all that makes him too superpowered, and you don't want that because then you have a trouble writing a challenging, dramatic character when they're so strong they can beat back any foe or challenge you throw at them. So then you end up coming up with stupid ways for Batman to defeat him. I'm sorry, we're talking about Invincible, not Superman. Now, we don't have to wait long for Mark to get his powers as well, taking out the trash at his shit fast food job at BM or Burger Mart. He's taking out the trash and he throws one of the trash bags he thinks into the trash and ends up flinging it into orbit. Yes, orbit around the planet Earth. Now, he's obviously very excited about this, and he returns home to proudly tell his father, Nolan. Unfortunately, Nolan is not the proud dad we expect. He seems troubled by this development, and he doesn't welcome it like you thought he would. Meanwhile, a team of heroes known as the Guardians of the Globe, a take on the Justice League, of course, obviously, are busy fighting against the forces of evil that permeate this universe. The team is comprised of the Immortal. He's sort of like a Vandal Savage type. He can never die. Black Samson, who's kind of based off Doc Samson from Marvel Comics. Just kind of threw him in there. Red Rush, who's obviously a take on the Flash. War Woman, duh, Wonder Woman, haha. Darkwing, who is a take on Batman, and Martian Man. We all know Martian Manhunter, and Aquarius, who is a very funny take on Aquaman. He's basically a fish with arms and legs. It's pretty hilarious. And the Green Ghost, who I'm supposed is based on Green Lantern. Now, I'll let you figure out. I just told you. I was going to say I'll let you figure out who's who, but I told you because why not? I told you. I did it. So what? Judge me. Omni-Man isn't an official member of the Guardians of the Globe, but he does help them from time to time when they get into a pickle that's larger than they can handle. That's what she said. Never mind. I'm sorry. That slipped out. That's what she... I could go on. I'll stop. Mark decides to follow in his father's footsteps and begins to fight crime. Very badly, actually. In a homemade suit a la Spider-Man, Mark fumbles his way through some early minor successes until he's caught by his father, Omni-Man. His dad takes pity and decides to train his son and take Mark to his personal tailor that does all of his superhero suits. Now, the tailor is voiced by none other than Mark Hamill himself.
I'm Art Rosenbaum, kid. Pleasure to finally meet you.
Now, Mark does his best to balance being a new superhero with the more mundane aspects of his life, high school, his best friend William, and the new girl he likes, Amber. Now, that's Mark Grayson, the character, not Mark Hamill, the actor. I think he's done a good job of balancing all of his stuff. Now, in his exploits, Mark Grayson's exploits.
That was you in the blue and the yellow?
He befriends Adam Eve, another superhero who just so happens to go to his school. And what school does he go to? Reginald VelJohnson High School. Yes, that is that guy from Die Hard and from Family Matters. That's right. It's nice. It's tongue-in-cheek. And Reginald VelJohnson actually voices the principal of the school. And I'll let you guess what the principal of the school's name is. It's not Reginald VelJohnson, but it does relate to Family Matters and Die Hard. It's really, really awesome. Now, Eve is a part of a separate team of heroes that are named the Teen Team, which is obviously a take on the Teen Titans. They consist of Eve, Robot, Duplicate, who can duplicate herself, and Rex Splode, who can, like Gambit, he can grab objects, charge them up, and throw them at people and make them explode. Now, all of these teams, both of these teams, there are other teams, but these are the two main ones that are focused on Guardians of the Globe and Teen Team. Now, they exist under the guise of a shadowy government agency that resides under the Pentagon known as the Global Defense Agency. Now, the Global Defense Agency is led by Cecil Stedman, an unscrupulous man who will stop at nothing or do anything to protect the U.S. from all threats, perceived or real. Now, unfortunately, there is an unseen villain that is in the shadows that may threaten all of the world that not even the Guardians of the Globe can handle. As a matter of fact, they come across a fight for their very lives, and it's really actually quite impressive. I mean, for an animated show, they go into a lot of detail, and it's fantastic. Now, the show faithfully adapts Kirkman, Walker, and Otley's work while updating it from its early 2000s origins for a more 2021 audience. The show, like the comic, pokes fun at all the tropes that are rife in superhero books, shows, and movies. Along with good humor, there is major drama, abundant twists, turns, and developments that flip events on their heads. No one is safe, as the show is rife with blood, guts, violence, and gore galore. Civilians are routinely blown up, dismembered, crushed, vaporized, and just about any other way you can obliterate a human body. They show you that. Now, this is exactly what I expect to happen to real people who are anywhere near a superhero battle. Like when Superman and Zod destroyed Metropolis and Man of Steel, and they didn't show you the thousands of people that got crushed and obliterated under all the buildings and rubble that, was a result of that fight. Yeah, well, this show shows you that in graphic detail. So this one's not for the kids, folks. You see a superhero animated show. It's not Spider-Man animated series. It's not the X-Men animated series, where it's like they fight but no one gets hurt. No, this one's not for kids. This is firmly for adults. I guarantee you. Don't let the kids watch it unless you want them to have nightmares. Now, I highly recommend this series, though. I mean, if you're into that and you haven't read the comic, I did because I wanted to know more about what was going to happen before I watched the show. Because you know how the book seems to always be better. And the book does go into a lot more detail about events, obviously, because there's a lot more time to establish a backstory and a lot more time to spend on subplots and B plots and other characters and other goings on. Now, the show obviously didn't have that kind of time because it was only 8 episodes. I would have liked it to have been 10, but 8 is fine. Unfortunately, I feel like it does take a little too long to get to the point, the whole end point, the drama, the turn of the season. But it ends on a massive cliffhanger that'll obviously get you intrigued and want to come back for season 2. And have no fear, you can get into the show and not be afraid that you're going to fall in love with it and then have it get canceled on you. That's not going to happen, as Amazon has already renewed the show for seasons 2 and 3. So you've got a lot of story coming up. So get on board, buckle up, and be ready for a fun ride because Invincible is fantastic. It's well done, and it's an awesome adaptation of an awesome comic. I give it 9 out of 10. Now, the voice cast consists of many Walking Dead alums. See if you can figure out who is who. Now, I'll give you some. Stephen Yeun is playing the titular Invincible. J.K. Simmons is playing his father, Omni-Man. Sandra Oh is playing Debbie. And Walton Goggins is playing Cecil Stedman. And Zachary Quinto is playing Robot. Now, there are a lot of other voice actors, and everyone is fantastic. And they all do a great job. And everyone involved with this show is doing a great job. So I got to say, I loved it. I feel like you guys would love it too if you check it out. So come back next time for more reviews and more Bliss and Blurties. Next episode should be the awesome Timmy Stewart and me, the Geekfather, giving you our take on our favorite sci-fi actors and actresses that are working in the business today. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, don't forget your pillow, folks.